Today's episode is brought to you by Inksighted. You brand you. Hit that like button. Subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Press 1 if you can hear me in the chat. A little bit of technical difficulties. Can you guys hear me now? Hello, hello, hello. There we go. There we go. All right, cool. Folks, we're talking about Edge, the return of the rated R superstar. And I just said when I was muted, as fans, we can all dream, we can all believe, or these things can become a reality, right? Now, folks, I do want to bring attention to something very, very near and dear to my heart. Being a Philadelphia native, and also being from a city that is not thought of as a wrestling city, I just want to put this out there. Philadelphia has contributed to the record breaking of WrestleMania 40. That's right. WWE all-time gate record in one day. One day. WrestleMania 40 at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. Boy, oh boy, more than 90,000 tickets sold. This is bigger than Wembley Stadium all in, folks. Of course it is. And this is courtesy of Ringside News. I'm excited. Will I see your faces, your beautiful faces in Philadelphia in April? I hope I do. I really hope I do. All right. Thank you, EW1. Philadelphia is definitely a wrestling city. I agree with you. I agree. Wow. Here we go. Guys, I love it. I love you guys in the chat. You guys always enlighten me with what's going on in the wrestling world. King of Hueco Mundo. Edge going to AEW. He's been seen with Punk, FTR, MJF, Adam Cole, and Juice from Bullet Club Gold. So we're on the money, folks. This episode is very timely. Very timely. Steven Chambers, what's up? If Edge goes to AEW, it will be a lot easier for him to travel-wise, especially him and his family living in North Carolina. How about that? Folks, we are going to unpackage this. We're going to unpackage this. I have a fact. I have a list of facts that I did not know until I started to do research on Edge and his legacy and his highly decorated career, folks. I'm very impressed. I've seen Edge from his inception, the very beginning, with the lights out and spotlights going around the stadium and him sliding through the ring with his dark sunglasses on. Remember that? We saw him associated with the Brood, brawling with the Brood. And then we've seen him retire due to an injury. We've seen him come back. And then we've seen and heard speculation about him having his final match in Canada in the WWE. So we're going to talk about that, folks. All right. It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. How you guys feeling? How you guys feeling? You guys ready to see the Rated R superstar in AEW? I know how you guys feel about AEW. I'm going to be realistic. You guys know how I feel about AEW, right? And it's going to be interesting. Just typing here. By the way, shout out to Fandito. Shout out to Tantalizing Tony, who's going to do a live stream later. Make sure you check him out. He's going to do a Raw watch along, I believe. Raw is tonight, guys. And tonight, we're going to see headlining Raw, Gunther, the reigning current Intercontinental Champion. Oh, boy. We know he's not losing that title. We're also going to see the New Day going up against Drew McIntyre and Matt Riddle. And Shinsuke Nakamura is going to unveil or at least let everyone know what he whispered into Seth Rollins' ear. Okay? Yeah, Fandito, it's going to be fun. So make sure you check out Tantalizing Tony, guys, on YouTube. Check him out. Boom, the Tantalizing Tony show on YouTube. All right, check him out for the Raw watch along. I'll pop up in there in the chat room and be talking some wrestling, chilling with the big bro. You know how we do. All right. But I do want to bring to you some information regarding this day in wrestling. Believe it or not, today in 1979, Dusty Rhodes defeated Harley Race to win his first NWA World Heavyweight title in Tampa. He would hold the belt only 5 days before losing it back to Race. All right. So, a little bit of misconception because a lot of people believe that Dusty Rhodes was never a world champion. He was. All right. And maybe this throws a little bit of a wrench into the whole storyline with Cody Rhodes. Maybe perhaps they're talking about specifically WWE, WWF championships. This day in 2000, Lita defeated Stephanie McMahon Helmsley to win the WWE Women's Championship. This match was the first time in history that a women's match main evented Monday Night Raw. We also saw in 2005 on this day, SummerSlam. It took place in MCI Center in Washington, D.C. The event is notable for Shawn Michaels facing Hulk Hogan in singles action for the first time. Hogan takes the win in what proved to be their only encounter. All right. I did speak about that on yesterday's show. All right. Folks, let's talk about Edge. The Rated R superstar returns. What are you guys' thoughts? Let's read some of these comments here. EW1. AEW is more schedule friendly. That's the advantage they have. But it's also a curse with a lot of subpar bookings. Very, very interesting opinion. Steven Chambers, John Cena is going to be on SmackDown September 1st and going to WWE Spectacle in India September 8th. It's pretty cool. I wonder if John Cena's become or is going to become a, what do you call it? Ambassador, global ambassador for the company, if he's not already. Superfan Johnny, Dusty was always a world champion. Steven Chambers, Dusty, 3-time champion. And Super I'm sorry, Fandito. Cody's talking specifically WWF, WWE, WWF World Championship. Okay, understood. Folks, let's talk Edge, right? Let's talk Edge. All right. Me personally, if I was Edge, why wouldn't I go to AEW? He still has a lot left in his tank. And he's conquered it all in WWE. He's a WWE Hall of Famer. He ascended into the Hall of Fame at a very young age, prematurely due to his injury. However, miraculously, and with the blessing of the Lord, he has been able to return. He's had some great matches since he's been back. Adam Joseph Copeland, that's his government name. Sorry, Adam. He's 49 years old. He's originally from Orangeville, Ontario, Canada. Now, guys, I found the following stats to be very, very interesting because I feel as though Edge does not get credit for these accolades. All right. I'm going to run through this. All right. Did you know that Edge has won the most championships in WWE history? I didn't know that. I'm being honest. I'm being upfront and honest with you guys. I did not know that Edge is the current holder of having the most WWE championships of all time. Folks, 31 championships. Listen to this crazy record. All right, in his career, Edge has had the World Heavyweight Championship 7 times. He's had the WWE Championship 4 times. The Intercontinental Championship 5 times. He was a United States champion once. He's the 14th Triple Crown champion, the 7th Grand Slam champion. He's 2001's King of the Ring, right? He's the first Money in the Bank match winner. He won the Royal Rumble twice, right? There's a few other people that's done that. Very small list. Now, here's the interesting part, right? Because as time goes on, sometimes we get lost in the current times and we think that we're seeing things for the first time, right? When you think of tag team champions and tag team championship reigns, we all think about the New Day, right? We think about arguably one of the greatest tag teams of all time. Talk about the Usos, one of the greatest tag teams of all time. Edge has been a tag team champion 12 times, which is the current record. 12 times. Perhaps we forgot. But this guy is, I can completely understand why he went into the Hall of Fame, hands down. No resistance, because he is arguably one of the greatest wrestlers in the world. And if we're lucky, we have not finished seeing him. Edge is the man. He's the inaugural Money in the Bank winner. He beat John Cena for his first WWE championship, the first to cash in while the champ was exhausted, and he beat Mr. Kennedy for his second Money in the Bank. Okay, so he won Money in the Bank twice. Is that what you're saying? Edge was the ultimate opportunist for a reason. How about that? That name makes a lot of sense. A lot of sense. By the way, Edge was spectacular on a microphone. One of the greatest wrestling stories that I've seen Edge involved in was when he was tag team partners, and part of his championship reigns go along with this guy, RKO, Randy Orton. Oh, that was a great storyline. Great, amazing storyline. That was amazing. Folks, Edge, perhaps we will see Edge at Wembley Stadium. That's going to be great. That's going to be for the first time, such a huge wrestling crowd in Wembley Stadium. And get this, WWE turned down the opportunity a year ago. Of course, they would have sold out. I mean, come on. But AEW is poised to do something great. I'm going to bring up something that I saw on Ringside News, social media. And I don't think it's true. But there's a video circulating of a wrestler that may return. Have you guys seen this? The Velveteen Dream posted a video, some kind of cryptic video of him with the word "some else" coming soon. Are we ready for Velveteen Dream to return? Or is there just too much drama associated with his name? Perhaps it's too soon, in this showbiz, time heals everything, but perhaps it's too soon. Bandito. Steve Carrier posts a lot of false news anymore that soured many wrestlers' opinions. He says, no, Velveteen's time is over. I agree. I mean, how do you come back from that? I'm not going to talk about those allegations here because I don't want this channel getting any strikes or violations with what I say or anything being censored, but you know what I'm talking about. Edge really has had a great career in WWE. Just depends on how long Hollywood is on strike. Edge may either just take bookings at wrestling conventions. Yeah, I can see that. Marty Scurll starting to make his return. Man, the reuniting of Christian and Edge. Perhaps we'll see that. Of course, he's not going to be called Edge. The crazy thing is that Christian, of course, that's his government name. He can be called that. All right, guys. Pardon the technical error in the beginning. I don't know what that was. Make sure you check out Fandito, too. Nice Guy Any Podcast, Wednesday nights. Are you guys excited for Raw tonight? We're a week away from All In, less than a week, and we got Raw and all of our upcoming wrestling shows for the week. Let's see how WWE starts the week off. We all know Gunther's going to win, right? And perhaps there's a bit more. I mean, there's always more. It's 3 hours. So if I had to guess, I would say that each of these are independent segments at each hour. They're going to break it up. I'm just trying to be logical here. But going to be interesting. I'm excited to see what happens. And yes, they still will be a clinic. Fandito, absolutely. We're going to see a great match. All right, guys. I think that's it for now. We're going to come back later this week with a maybe Saturday evening or Sunday early with a pre-show for All In. Are you guys getting All In? Are you guys going to purchase it? I mean, I got to see this. I got to see how it's going to be set up. I have to see how how the fans interact with what's going on in the ring and on TV. I'm a huge fan of seeing how the commentators add flavor to what we're watching and what we're witnessing live. King of Hueco Mundo. What about Ryback and Goldberg? I've seen this too on social media. A lot of people are calling for it. I think there's no story behind it. I think there will be a chance that we will see Goldberg. Potentially, possibly a small chance that we'll see him at Wembley. But I think this match, if it were to happen, I think they would have to build to it and make more of a realistic backstory for us to see this. Really. Many people saying AEW is going to make it happen. Now, I heard that the call was for more star power in terms of matches. Why? I don't know. Like, there's a lot of star power. We're going to see FTR with whatever legal issues Cash Wheeler's dealing with. We're going to see FTR versus the Young Bucks. Going to be an awesome match. Going to steal the show. MJF, Adam Cole fighting twice. Once on 0 Hour, where they're probably going to take those tag titles. And in the main event, where you're going to see two faces fighting each other. That's odd. But if anyone were to be able to pull it off, it's these two. Not going to lie, AEW pay-per-views are on another level. They can have my money. Awesome. If Goldberg shows it's for a last run, got to build to Ryback versus him, right? Yeah, I'm not a Goldberg fan at all. I used to be until he started talking. Goldberg, I don't know. Like, I'm weird like that. You know, certain things change about a character. I'm just done. I can't. I don't give him a microphone. Just let him run through people. Whoa. That's a bold prediction, Fandito's calling for Adam Cole turning on MJF. That would be amazing because everybody's expecting MJF to turn on Adam Cole. Do you think MJF is a permanent face for a while? We don't have many hills on his level, especially in the World Championship picture. But I guess it'll be swap for swap, you know? Adam Cole. Of course, I like Adam Cole as a heel more. That would be crazy. That would be, wow. Fandito, if that happens, bud, we're going to have a show and feature you as our special guest. And we're going to pick your brain for that thought to come out. That's really creative, and it's a twist. I'd like to see that. Yeah, MJF could definitely be a face for a while. And King of Hueco Mundo, I agree with you. The stuff we've seen with these guys, the double clothesline. MJF takes the simplest things and just makes it legendary. Double clothesline for a finishing move, right? A arm takedown. Like, it's crazy. Roderick Strong and the Kingdom joining together. Roderick Strong and the Kingdom. Yeah, guys, you guys are putting this all together, and it's sounding like more of a reality. We're seeing these things right before our eyes. Perhaps I'm just choosing to ignore them. What was your thoughts on Collision? I thought it was fire show. Darby and Christian match was top-notch pay-per-view material. One thing I did point out, King Mundo, was the fact that if you saw it, I posted a short, and if you saw it, you probably saw it on social media where Jim Ross mentioned Edge. He mentioned Edge as Christian Cage was entering the ring. And I thought that was like, what makes this less of a Easter egg possibility or something like that was the fact that we all know Jim Ross makes a lot of mistakes, you know, and sometimes he just speaks his mind, or maybe it's a slip of the tongue. And you guys mentioned before, Edge has been spotted with all these AEW people. Slip of the tongue. He signed a contract, perhaps. They know he's coming, so he put that out there. But for him to say Edge on TV, I don't think that's his name. He doesn't own that. Am I correct, guys? Does Adam Copeland own the name Edge? Because that's a mistake in it. That's a mistake in its own. Christian is a great heel. Christian should be pushed up to the heavyweight picture. He's a great heel, and he's great on the microphone. Him and Edge, we know that. All right, and interestingly enough, that short has a comment, and since I see it now, I'll answer it live on the air. Greg the Groove Drum covers, in response to Jim Ross and his statements about Edge. He means he signed both Edge and Christian to contracts at WWF back in the day when he was talent relations at the time. Well, yeah, I know what he meant. I know exactly what he was alluding to. But what makes it spectacular was the fact that he said it on the air. After Edge allegedly has had his last match in front of Toronto in WWE, right? So I'll reply to you, Greg, right now. Yes, I know, bro. Check out my live response to this post on the show titled The Return of the Rated R Superstar. Guys, I love doing this, by the way. I love coming in front of you guys and talking wrestling. I really do. And guys, come back. King of Hueco Mundo, it seems you're an AEW fan like myself. Perhaps we'd like to have you back for our pre-show. I'm going to do some polls, see what you guys think in terms of who's going to win what matches. Edge can use his name. Sounds like a heel name. Perfect to be with FTR and Punk, or head back with Christian as a tag team. Okay. Christian versus Adam Copeland. What if he comes out with introducing Adam Copeland? That's going to be terrible. All right, guys. I've taken a lot of your time here. Yeah, check in the Raw, guys. And if you're not busy, please check out the Tantalizing Tony show tonight. Come into the chat room. Let's talk wrestling. Let's enjoy Tantalizing Tony. Great guy. Consider him a friend, a brother, and his family's amazing. All right, so show some support. Go to his page on YouTube and subscribe. Hit that notification bell as well. And if you haven't hit my notification bell, hit that notification bell. And guys, I'll be back in a few days. Catch us on Instagram, All About Wrestling Now. And go to inksided.com. Fandito has a merchandise shirt, a Fandito shirt. Check it out and support him. Our moderator, buy a t-shirt. All right. And I'll catch you guys soon. Thanks for watching.